Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. Words can be like X-rays if you use them properly. They'll go through anything. You read, and you're pierced. After silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. But I don't want comfort. I want God. I want poetry. I want real danger. I want freedom. I want goodness. I want sin. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad. Maybe this world is another planet's hell. I wanted to change the world, but I have found that the only thing one can be sure of changing is oneself. It is terrible when a person knows how to say the wrong things correctly. One believes things because one has been conditioned to believe them. There are things known, and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. History is like meat pâté. It's better not to peer at how it is prepared. You can forgive a person everything except absence. Words are good servants, but bad masters. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. Experience is not what happens to a man. It is what a man does with what happens to him. Most human beings have an almost infinite capacity for taking things for granted. To appreciate a pie, you need to taste it, not look at the recipe. Every man's memory is his private literature. An intellectual is a person who has discovered something more interesting than sex. Consistency is contrary to nature, contrary to life. The only completely consistent people are the dead. There is only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. You can smile, smile more, and still be a bastard. No social stability without individual stability. I'd rather be myself and nasty, not somebody else, however jolly. To travel is to discover that everyone is wrong about other countries. The propagandist's purpose is to make one set of people forget that certain other sets of people are human. Experience teaches only the teachable. Great is truth, but still greater, from a practical point of view, is silence about truth. I'm afraid of losing my obscurity. Genuineness only thrives in the dark, like celery. Ending is better than mending. It is natural to believe in God when you're alone, quite alone in the night, thinking about death. It isn't a matter of forgetting. What one has to learn is how to remember and yet be free of the past. We are all geniuses up to the age of 10. All gods are homemade, and it is we who pull their strings, and so give them the power to pull ours. Never put off till tomorrow the fun you can have today. The fact that people do not learn from the mistakes of history is the most important lesson of history. If most of us remain in the dark about ourselves, it is because self-knowledge is painful, and we prefer pleasant illusions to it. The end cannot justify the means, for the simple and obvious reason that the means determine the nature of the end. If your wife cheated on you, do not ask how many times she did it, because it can really amaze you. It is not good to become an adult if you haven't read all the children's books. Seeing yourself as others see us is the most salutary gift. In bed with your mistress, do not forget that your place next to your wife is now vacant. The facts of history interest us not only if they fit into our political convictions. How wonderful, interesting, original people are from a distance. Being together does not mean to love each other or to trust each other.